Hello everyone. Today I took 2 trades and none of them worked, but good thing, at least for me, is that I didn't make any mistakes. So when that happened, I just take the losing trades like a normal thing. There is no tilt, no, no that feeling when you lose in a trade. It's fine as long as I don't make a mistake. Also, my trades, they both of them looked very good. Trades that if they happen tomorrow, I'll take it again. My first trade was inside macro. I saw this sell off in the opening, and I was waiting for a pullback for more downside. However, this pullback was so aggressive that I decided to wait. I didn't want to enter on the first presented fair value gap, even though we were inside macro, and we can tell that it actually worked. But I think on the long term, this will help me to avoid some losses, because it was an aggressive pullback. I know I didn't take any objective to a downside, sell side liquidity. How's it going, Tuki? Thank you, brother. Really appreciate you always passing by. How's it going, Benji? No, I only took 2 trades. I don't remember if you saw my last trade. The one at around 11. That's it. I was doing the recap for the both trade I took. The first one, I was saying that I didn't want to enter on the first presented fair value gap, even though it's still a low way low. I mean, a low way high inside macro. I didn't want to enter for this reaction. It was a very strong pullback, and at some point in the 5-minute, so that would be very like entering on this candle high. Look how that looks. It doesn't look like a just the first one. Yeah, I did another one at 11 a.m. I'm going to show it now. So at some point, this 5-minute candle was on its high, and that's too aggressive for me to enter for more downside. So I decided just to wait and see what happened. I wanted to see the reaction in the first presented fair value gap, and in my opinion, it was a nice reaction. But not only that, we also inverse this, and something very important for me, the most important thing for me is that we still had London low down there. So that's what I was explaining today, that I like to trade when I think price has an objective to a downside. I think price is taking this London low. It doesn't mean I'm targeting London low, but maybe I can catch anything from here to here. I want something here to the downside. That's why I entered for month. If this low would have taken London low, that's it. I wouldn't even been thinking about shorts, especially after this, because that's a nice reaction after taking London low. But because price didn't, I kept looking for more downside. Yeah, you don't need the whole move. You have general target. Yeah, that's the way I like to do it. So as I cannot judge myself here like I was impatient. I wasn't. Look how I waited 6 minutes. I waited for price to close below the inverse, and that's where I enter. And as soon as I entered, prices started going against me. I also, even though this low didn't take London low, I was thinking about entering with a stop order above here, trying to figure it out a nice stop loss that somehow makes sense, taking profit at high of day. So a 1-to-1 taking profit at high of day, something like that. But when I saw this pullback, which for me this was a pullback, and now this was for more continuation, and that tricked me. That tricked me, and I entered to the downside. Listen to me. You need to learn SMTs or SMT targets are very bad. Yeah, the only thing that I have in this trade, and I think in all trades there is always something against me, but it wasn't enough for me not to take the trade. The only thing is that ES took London low. NQ didn't, but ES did took it. I saw it. It wasn't a mistake. I saw it happening, but for me it wasn't enough. So that's the only thing that I know. In every losing trade, if you keep looking and keep looking, you'll find things against you. But again, it didn't catch me by surprise. I saw it, but it wasn't enough. It was enough not to take the trade at the first percentage per value gap. I waited, but after I saw this, I really like it. We also have a lower high. So that's why I took this trade. I was saying that as long as I make trades, but I don't make mistakes, I can deal with losses. I know this sounds, I don't like how this sounds, but I know I'm not supposed to win yet. I'm in the process of building and learning. So I already made peace with that. So losing trades doesn't affect me. What I struggle the most if I made a mistake. If I made a mistake, then, and in none of the today trades I made a mistake. So that was my first trade, and then my second trade, again, price continued pushing higher. I was trying to find anything here for more upside. I couldn't. When I saw that we were getting close to 1050 macro, I wait. I told that I wanted to enter. We have this could be a nice setup for me. This is the trade I wanted to take, but I wanted this trade to happen inside macro. So I was thinking something like this. It did work, but the setup, actually it's a setup if it happened inside macro. So it's not like I missed this trade. I didn't. This didn't happen inside macro. So that I'm mentioning it because I mentioned it before it happened. And when I saw it that price touched that imbalance before macro, I said it's invalidated. I'm not looking for that anymore. Listen, the high time frames clearly say we were bullish, so you didn't mess up. The other thing is that I waited for. Okay, I didn't take this one. However, as the reaction from this, it's very aggressive. We invalidate this inverse. I didn't want to enter since we were so close to macro that I wanted to wait until macro. And as soon macro open, because we open inside that inverse, I enter, place my stop loss here. Okay, the trade, let's say that it was entry above the first percent, the inverse, but I entered a little bit lower. So this was the trade idea. Place my stop loss below this swing low. And I got stop out. I was saying that many trades that I get stop out and then they start moving in my favor. Usually they don't go, okay, the playbook is I get stop out. And if immediately start moving in my favor, I re-enter. They usually don't go, when it's going to work, they don't go too far. We only went 19 points again, so it's not that bad. Because I was saying that maybe I had another setup here that I didn't take it because I already took 2 trades and that's it. I had to stop because both of them were losing trades. So yeah, after I got stop out, we reversed and we took, and price took high of day. But again, maybe I'll take a deeper look in during the weekend. As of now, I don't see anything too bad, like to assign a mistake to any of the trades. But that's it. Those are the 2 trades of the day. I entered with 3 contracts here. No, I think I entered 2 and then added 1 more. And that's it. And this one, it was only 1 because it stopped. It was like 40, 45, 48 points. Done for today. I was saying that because I'm down in the week almost $300. I will probably end up the week red. Because for me to turn it around, I have to do 3 consecutive winning trade, which I have never done it before. 3 consecutive winning trade in the same day. But it makes no sense to try to predict what's going to happen tomorrow. Hey, how's it going, Rubio? Yeah, I sold here and I got stopped out immediately. I thought NQ could take London low and I wanted to make something out of that move. And then the other trade again, I entered long here, I got stopped out. So 2 trades today, 2 losing trades. But that's it, I'm going to end it here. Oh, your question is why? Again, I thought price was going to take London low. I didn't like how price did this deep pullback, so I waited. I could have entered short at the first presented fair value gap, but again, because of this, I didn't like it. I wanted to wait, and we did a lower high. And as soon as price inverse this fair value gap, I entered for more downside. I know ES took London low, that's the S&T, but it wasn't enough. I interpret that market was very weak. The other thing that made me think that we could go lower, it's this down close candle. When this down close candle was around here, I normally should be looking for short here, but because of this pullback, I don't want to short this, but because it closed on its low, and then all of this, I thought we could go lower, especially with NQ having London low open. But you had another fair value gap that could have respects, and it did. The reason I didn't wait for the other fair value gap, it's because one, the stop loss will be about here, and even if we took London low, it wasn't even be a 1-to-1. But that would be something new. I don't usually wait for this fair value gap. I enter on the last one. In that case, you see that trade. Yeah. I'll take a look at it. As of right now, I have take a few trades of this. Some of them work, some of them no. But I need to take a few more and then figure it out what could work for me. I'm still learning. I've been trading for 1.5 years, but I started everything new 1 month ago, almost 2 months. So I understand what you're saying, and maybe a lot of my losing trade have that we have another imbalance, another fair value gap below, and I should wait for it. So let's see. Well, no, on this one I would say that open was way too strong to be a retracement. That's true. That's what I thought when price did this. I was saying that. I say I'm going to sit here because the up move was too strong. Normally, if we do a pullback, it's not that strong. Until here, I was convinced. But when I saw this inside macro, it convinced me. It tricked me, I would say. We could say that somehow this was a manipulation and I fell for it. I don't say some of them don't work. I'm saying they're less probable trade. And then retrace into what looks like the last provided gap in the leg. I see. I understand what you're saying. I agree in most of the things you're saying. I don't know if you know, but I'm also learning and trying to collect as very similar data as I can, so I can actually work something. But yeah, I'll take a look at that because it makes sense. We have not only we have another one below here, we have one more, and then one more, another one. So yeah, I understand. And then the other trade was also a losing trade. I enter here as soon as the market opened. I saw this candle closing above. I wanted to wait. I waited for macro and enter, and I got stop out immediately. Price move a little bit in my favor, like 20 points. I mean against me, and then reverse. So I have been trading for about 1.5 years, but it's that phase when you are just trying anything and just believing that you're going to make it because of the sake of it. But I erased everything, the journal, the way I was trading, and started to trade different since I started live streaming, which is almost 2 months. It was at the beginning. No, it was mid July. I started this mid July, but then again, those 15 days, I started very good, but I was falling again into the same habit, same things, trying to risk too much. And on August 1st, I had some SIM funded account, and I decided, okay, since now it's just this way. I'm not looking for being profitable. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just going to do the same thing for over 100 trades or 3 months, and then I'll look at my journal, which should look clean with the same risk, the same similar trades, and that's actually what I'm trying right now. It's hard to explain it to everyone that enters. That's why some people enters and I try to somehow mention it, but I don't want to be all the time, oh, I'm new, oh, I'm learning, oh, don't treat me like this or that. So it's, you're doing well, bro. I can tell you're on the right path. I think it has because it also, I don't know, it's like I already said that I was going to do this. I have no intention to sell a course. I have no intention of proving anything. Actually, what I'm trying to prove is that it's I think, because I think the way I'm doing it's the way it's going to work. If no, I wouldn't be doing it. But what I'm trying to prove is that the actual 3 months or the first 5 months should be about data. It shouldn't be about being profitable. I shouldn't be worrying about green days, red days. And some days I showed that red days, even though I know it's not destined, but because I'm not a profitable trade, that's what the journal say. In the long term, in those 3 months, I'm going to be red overall. So I know, but some days it doesn't feel good. But I'm trying to show that the main idea is just the data and see if that works for me. But yeah, it's a help because it wouldn't look good now that tomorrow I start risking more than $100 or doing different trades, things like that. So somehow that keeps me in the, also with the amount of trades. I always take, like I said, 3 trades or 2 consecutive losing trades, no matter what. And that's something that I like to show. Like the discipline. It's somehow, when I make it, I want people to say, oh, he made it because he was disciplined, because he did this and did that. Not because he found a crazy strategy. Because the thing is that I have done, that pre-market session that you always do where you analyze everything and you know what you have to do. And I have put in paper, okay, after price do this, this and that, I would go long. I have done that. I have the paper in front of me, and when the time gets, everything happened like I wanted to, and somehow I entered short. My mind somehow told me that I had to enter short, and when I look at the papers, it was long. Why I was thinking it was short, and then that's when I realized that I have to work a lot of myself, and that's why I work with the low risk, the consistency with the amount of trades I take, all of that. It's more about to build the trader that I want to be than to actually find out a good strategy. I'm not sure if whatever I'm doing, it has a profitable way. Let's say at the end, it never end up being profitable. But when I switch to, let's say I go and pay a mentor or I go and pay a course, I think I will be ready as a trader. So, it doesn't need, I won't need to work on myself and then learn, because I think a bad trader can mess up a good strategy. And that's what I don't want to happen to me. I think I could do something with the strategy I'm doing, but in case I can't, then I'll be ready for any other strategy. That's what I'm trying to do. You can amplify. Trading can really shape someone. It shows you who really you are. It can amplify things you didn't know about yourself, or show you where you come from. Come from short. I agree. I agree. But yeah, I think yes, 100% without a good strategy, a good trading strategy is nothing. Yeah, I think it's hard to explain that to everyone, but I mean every time, but that's why I also recall myself all the time, and all the recalls are on YouTube. So at the end, that's where I want to be held accountable. I always say that I started trading 1.5 years, but I want to be judged by my new journal by the mid-July, since I started mid-July, which is no more than, well, actually 2 months. Now that I think about it, it's already 2 months. So, but that's it. I think this is a good recap, good interaction. I know a few people don't like this trade, but maybe I'll take a look in the afternoon. But I also think, and I could be wrong, that every losing trade, if you look at it, you would find things that would tell you that why it fell. And I don't think that's healthy. But again, I'm a new trader. I'm learning. So probably that's a wrong mindset. But I think if you look at every losing trade like you did something wrong, or you were missing something, I don't know. I think because you will find it. How was your day overall? I did 2 losing trades. I did this. This is my first losing trade. I entered short here. I got stop out in less than 5 minutes. And then my second trade, and I got stop out in less than 2 minutes here. I use very tight stop loss. That's why I'm not afraid to re-enter, because I'm well aware that I could get stop out easily just to see the price run in my favor. But I already did another losing trade, and when I do 2 consecutive trades, I stop. Look left 4 hours candle. mark high and low. That's the other thing, is that I have already so many, in my opinion, in my chart, I have so many levels. I have yesterday close, yesterday open, yesterday high, yesterday low, Asia, London, previous day high, previous day low, previous week. It's so many that at the end, I'm trying not to put a lot of things in my chart, because some of them, they get together and they just clouded my chart. $4 hour. Why this always do that? What happened with the 4 hour? We have I'm here with the 4 hour. Forget it, all that. The previous high and all of that were really high time frame levels. So all you need, everything else is just market tree. Now draw high and low, 10 p.m. candle. Well, let me erase everything. $15 minutes. That is a fractal. This is a fractal, right? The little thing that I know about that. This is a fractal. It's a fractal and all the blood. I think the name at the end, it's, if we both created go to the same and both think Pride's doing the same thing, that the name is irrelevant. I didn't understand when you say that is a fractal, the rest is a retracement. What is a fractal? This is a fractal and this a retracement. Is that what you mean? I'm trying to... Okay, fractal and retracement. And then a FIBO from where to where. I don't know why that is like that. What is that? That's a horrible fit. A 15 candle. I don't know what you mean a 15 candle. From the low to 15. Okay. To the high. Too many colors. I use Thinkorswim to chart, but I wanted to use this for better explanation. That's why I don't have any of this set up. What is this? Oh look, that's better. That's better. Okay. What are we doing here? We're just checking something. I'm on the, oh, this is the 5 minute. Ah, let me see. From my understanding of short, you need 2 consecutive lows. How what do you mean 2 consecutive low? I mean low. We have, correct me if I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3. In the 5 minute, you meant? Could be. Could be. I haven't closed my live. You only have one break. I mean, that's what I was saying, that if I start looking for things, which I do, because I need to see patterns in the losing trades as well. But I think you will always find things that justify why a trade didn't work. That is my trade. I win for today. My trade, it's a losing trade. To break to the downside to look for sell. But that's it. I have to go. Futures trader, nice talking to you, brother. I like this. I like what you did here in the 4-hour destructor. What is it you call it? The fractal. I like that. I'm not looking to add anything else to my trading, not now, because I think with what I have, it's enough for the first steps. I don't want to make. I'm trying to make it simple so I can, upgrade or whatever with time. Fractal, yeah, I like that, but I don't know if you were here. I also mentioned that one of the reasons I wanted to enter for more downsides because NQ didn't take London low, and I thought price could take London low, and with all that I have up here, then that supported my idea. It's true that there is an S&T that ES took it, but it wasn't enough for me. But other than that, plus add for value gap as confirmation to buy. Yeah, I use them. I do look at the 5-minute, 15-minute, and then to enter, I go lower to the 1 minute and look for value gaps. Sometimes, and these times, they usually end up being losing trades, but sometimes I also enter. For example, here I wanted to, if we didn't do this, pull back, when price was here, I was looking to maybe entering with a stop order here. But when it started to move in a little bit lower and lower and lower, it tricked me. It got me. But that's it. Going to end it here. Nice talking to you, brother. All right, take care.